Okay, in the hopes to stay in frame, we're gonna do this and this and that. All right, hi. I'm Leah. I'm gonna show you my, oh my God, this is so stupid. Just get it out, just get it out. Okay. Hey, so I'm Leah, and this is gonna be my Wonderland222 planner review. I mean, it's not really a review, because like review comes after. Overview, there we go. Hey, I'm Leah, and this is my Wonderland222 overview for 2026. We're going over the planner today. I have it here in A5, which everything I get pretty much is an A5. Core size and unstacked weekends is what that means. And I'll explain what core and unstacked weekends, you can kind of get an idea, but I'll explain it as we go along. So Wonderland222 is a planner company that does Tomoe River Paper, or TRP, paper planners, and they've been doing them for quite a while. I know they've done them as long ago as 2020. So at least 5 years. I think they've done them longer than that, but I believe that was the main start. So long before like Sterling ink started and stuff. I have here my Wonderland222 for, I've covered all the identifying marks for it, but if you open it up, you'll see copyright, Wonderland, all that good stuff. So this is my planner for 2025, and I loved it. I still love it. Like, we're in October. I haven't finished using it yet, but it's great. It's lovely. But Wonderland does their pre-orders starting generally in like June or July. So, and when you pre-order, then you receive in generally September, October. Kind of depends. Like this year it was a little closer into October, but like unless you ordered early, but I didn't order until August 30th, and I still got mine on October 15th. So I think that's a reasonable time frame. So we're gonna go over the planner, and I'm gonna show what it looks like when I don't have a whole bunch of stuff in it. When it hasn't been used, brand new. One thing is it doesn't come with this clear cover. The clear cover is in fact what I already had sitting around, and I just put it on here to protect it for now. It does have a lovely leatherette feel cover. They have a couple of different colors. They have the black. They have a red and a pink and like a brown or a blue this year, I think. I think it's a brown. Maybe it's a green. Oh my gosh. Don't quote me on that. I know they have a pink and a red and a black. That's all I remember. Okay? And it does come with some slight differences in layout, but it does come in, let's see, A6. So this is A5, A6, and B6. So the middle size, the B in between A6 and A5. I obviously really like the A5 for everything, so I just keep going with the A5 size. It works perfectly fine for me. I'm used to it, etc., etc. So this year is the first year they are using a proprietary or something paper. Basically, they haven't told us who their paper manufacturer is this year, but it's not Tomoe River paper, but it is extremely similar. Like, other than the fact that it's a little creamier, I'm a little more ivory, I'm noticing like fantastic crinkle and some felt great under the fountain pen nib. It looks great with the inks that I had already inked up, no problems whatsoever. Unlike TRP, especially recently, has been kind of hit or miss for some people. So Wonderland has been very high-key obsessed with how their paper is doing, how the paper feel is. And I respect that. As someone who is a stationery nerd and a fountain pen nerd, I'm like, yeah, that's important to me. So let's go over what is this planner. It is a pre-dated planner. So this is for 2026, like I said. It covers 13 months. So it starts in December of 2025 and runs until the end of December 2026. So it's the full year plus the December before it starts officially. So you can move into it early if you want. I like that a lot. They call it a hybrid bullet journal system. So they have a key page and then index, index, index pages, which, you know, you can do whatever you want. Like, they're basically just notes pages that are labeled this way, but you can easily cover that up with whiteout, washi tape, whatever. I may try to do it like that this year with an index and stuff, but we'll see. Then you have your 4 years. You're at 4 years at a glance. Don't know if I'm going to do anything with this year. Probably not. You have your yearly 2026. This I will be doing major important like birthdays and stuff like that in here. I did not do that this past Wonderland planner, and honestly I kind of regret it. So I'm going to do it for a perpetual calendar style for next year. Holidays, stuff like that. Especially the holidays that move, like Easter or Ramadan. So then you have some great quarterly planning pages. So it's just like one page that's vaguely noted, but it's really just open to interpretation. Quarter one, January, February, March, you know, you've got that quarter's months laid out on a calendar. And it's like that for quarter one, quarter two, 3, and quarter 4, of course. Love that. Then you have a notes page, and then you have trackers. My only complaint is that the trackers, I love that they have a monthly tracker section. I don't know if I'm going to use them next year, because I hated having to flip to the front of my planner to track any of my habits. Like, I need that to be as seamless as possible. But they do have it. See, it starts in December 2025, goes, you know, October, December, etc., etc. Then you've got a notes page and the December overview. So this is where the meat and potatoes of the planner really gets into it. So you have, in this case, December. You have the monthly spread. Nice monthly calendar. Looks great. Love it. Didn't know December this year was starting on a Monday. Iconic. Love her. It's pretty basic. I do like that it's all shades of gray. Like, nothing is like the bright red that you'll see in a Hobonichi or anything. So if you're trying to like match stickers and stuff like that, not a problem. You don't need to worry. And then what's really cool that I haven't seen in any other planners is that it goes the month calendar and then the weeks of that month. So December 1st through 7th in a weekly spread, December 8th through 14th in a weekly spread, you know, 15th through 21st, 22nd through 28th, Christmas. And then it generally does 5 weeks, but like I think it's like whatever week whatever month the majority of the week is in, they will put that week under that, you know, subheading. So it does that, and then it goes into, you have a December review and a January overview, which once again are basically just note spreads, right? Like, you can do what you want here. I typically do my budget for the month here because I am paid monthly, and I do my monthly budgeting here. December review, or like previous month review, I'm still figuring that one out. I have no idea yet, but got a few different ideas for next year. We'll see. So we got the previous month and then the month and incoming overview. And then you go into that month, and then you go into the weeks of that month. So I love this so much, like I've said. So it goes this way the entire planner. Down, you know, here's February and then the February weeks. And then here's, you know, then there's March and then the March weeks, etc., etc. So it does that the whole way through until you get to the notes pages in the back, or also known as the daily pages in the back. Now, if you're familiar with a Hobonichi, you know Hobonichi has dated, like, days of the week. Or daily pages. Dated daily pages. Oh my gosh. So the dated daily pages annoyed me. You will also notice that these pages are also numbered the whole way through, which I also really like, but that's like a bonus, not a requirement for me. So the notes pages are very simple. In the core version, it's about 80 notes pages. I mean, it goes from 199 to 288. So you do the math. Okay, it's a little less than 100. I'm gonna call it 80 notes pages. I think it's actually 88, something like that. Notes pages, but you can use these for dailies or whatever, on the occasional daily. It does not have enough in the core. The core does not have enough for a notes page or a page for every day, a daily undated notes page for every single day. So not 365. However, that's the core. See? Core. If you get the all-in-one chunky girl, chunky kitty, this one does have 380 or so notes pages in the back. It goes to like, oh my goodness, what does it go to? 576 pages for the all-in-one. So the all-in-one is what you're looking for if you're looking for a Hobonichi. But I will warn you, just like with the Hobonichis, if you're a stickery, washi-tapey kind of person, that ridge on the left-hand side, like I cannot write on like 3 boxes worth. And honestly, my wrist starts dropping off way sooner than that and gets uncomfortable. So I personally, I did an all-in-one this year, 2025. I did an all-in-one, and I loved so much about it, except that my daily pages being like that, which is why, like, as far as I'm up to on my daily pages, we're up to, 350. So I've used like a little over 100 daily pages, and I've done more dailies than that. I've just done them in a separate book. So the original, as far as I can tell, the original way that they did it back in 2020, and it was produced, was that you would use a separate notebook. So they sell separate notebooks. They sell ones from years past. This one is from 2021. I think that's the farthest back they sell. And oh god, anyways, it's the exact same as an index and key notes page, but then it goes into the exact same like layout of daily pages, of undated dailies, and they're all numbered pages all the way through these notebooks. And so they're just basic notebooks. I ended up getting half years, so 189. I got 2 189 ones. Just because I figure my daily pages get most of the stickers, and if I'm going to bulk it up, like I want to be able to write on it later. And I can always add more notebooks as, like, if I'm doing the Artist Way and I'm doing like 3 daily pages a day, morning pages a day, then I can always do another round. I can always get a different notebook or the same notebook, or I can switch things up. I just don't want to be like committed. It gives me this air of like I can play with things. I can play with where my heart's lying at any point in time. The binding is fantastic on all the ones I've tried. It is not going to focus very well. Is it going to focus? Or is it going to? There we go. So the binding, I don't know if that really came through, but the binding is great on these. I've had no issues with binding. Like, look at that chunk on this one. Like, she thick. We love her. We love her. And like no problems whatsoever other than that like everything else, that bump that you get, which you're gonna get like if you sticker up your pages. It's unavoidable. Like I have the exact same problem with my Hubman and Chub Girl. And luckily it's holding together, but it's showing more wear and tear, you know? And it's only been around a couple of months, so. But it's definitely, look at that chonk. Oops, let's tilt it. There we go. Chonk check. Chonk check. So that's my evil plan. But so I already started doing the two book system. Because this one has been my daily pages and this one has been my everything else, including sometimes morning pages and stuff, like just writing. Because although Hubman and Chub Girls paper is fine and honestly pretty good for fountain pens, it isn't my favorite. TRP is. So if I do long form journaling, I tend to do it in the Wonderland. So we're still working on what am I going to decorate this with. Oh, I should. Oh my goodness. What are the daily pages like? So the daily pages, like I said, are undated. They can be just notes pages, obviously. They have an unobtrusive 24-hour time scale on the left-hand side. They have a little place where you can put the date. It indicates like you might want to put the date here. Suggestion. It breaks it up into 3 sections if you want. That's about it. Like that's all she wrote. You know, like it's very easy you get used to these 24-hour strips very quickly. I don't mind them very much. I do kind of wish they'd go away, the numbers. But I'm also like, it's not a big enough deal to like get in a fight over it. It's not for me. But you know what? I say that, and I have used the 24-hour time things for time tracking. So maybe it is just for me. Maybe I'm just like not honest to myself. So this is like, and there's none of the like, oh, do your 100 whatevers that you get in the back. Like you go straight from a notes page that I have turned into this lovely a pin test page. It goes straight, you know, and ends the book, ends the planner. And unstacked weekends, right? I never mentioned that. So unstacked weekends means that it's the Saturday and Sunday, which is the Western weekend for the primarily purpose of this. If you live in another country where you don't generally have the weekend as a Saturday and a Sunday, you definitely want unstacked so it's all even. But if you get one that's stacked weekends, it has Saturday and Sunday stacked on top of each other, and they're sharing one column space, which the column space is wider. The column space is like 1 and 2/3 inches kind of level wide. I don't have one immediately available, or I'd show you. I do have one around, just not easily accessible. It can work, you know, for various different people, especially like 9-to-5 jobbers, and stuff like that. But like, I really prefer the unstacked where it's very even across. Oh, and it only goes from 7 a.m. to, 9 p.m. on the thing. And it does not cover a 24-hour. There are not enough squares to cover a 24-hour time system in the same, like every other grid. Square. I can speak. I swear to God. So that's, you know, a thing that might be important to you. I think the only one that does do 24 hours might be the Hobonichi, but I could be wrong on that. Like, I've had some friends who needed those 24-hour, like, shift working friends and stuff, and they've been like, I need a 24-hour grid on my weeklies to show when I'm working and what shift I'm taking and stuff. And yeah. So I know I've looked into this, but I don't remember what the answer was. Other than Wonderland didn't work for them. They do sell clear covers. I happen to have this one already. It's great. It fits wonderfully. I'm probably going to stickerify this one. So if I get around to posting this video on YouTube, you can probably expect that there will be a video on YouTube later too, closer to the December, where I like really start setting this up. Yeah, so I hope this helped. If you're interested in getting one, I don't have an affiliate code. I just have a link to their website. I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. I just happen to like their stuff. So, y'all have a wonderful night.